Hey, what's happening, Oklahoma City? 31 minutes after the hour, you're in tune to the all-new Smooth Inspirations Radio. The newest radio station on the Oklahoma City scene. Of course, it's being led by the legendary, the famous, the man with one of the deepest voices in Oklahoma City radio. Hey, y'all. Give a warm welcome to my man, 50 Grand. Put your hands together for Larry Nicholson. My man. Good sir, my good brother, my radio peer. What's happening? Good Monday to you. What's going on with you, good sir?
Oh, it's all good, my brother. I am honored to be on with you this afternoon, man, and it is my deepest pleasure to be with you. I tell you what, I'm really, really excited, not only about being on with you right now, but the things that we might have going on in the future.
Absolutely. Well, of course, Larry, you've been involved in radio in Oklahoma City for a very, very long time. Your voice and your presence on the music scene here in Oklahoma City is not something that we will ever forget. Your voice is just legendary, man. Talk about that voice, man. When did that come about? Because I remember a story about Barry White when said he was talking to his mother when he was 13 or 14, and this literally happened overnight, and they went and had breakfast, and he literally scared his mother to death. When did it happen for you, man, the voice? When did that happen?
Well, actually, I was a teenager in junior high school.
Wow.
When the legendary Ben Tipton came to our school and got a few of the youngsters and took us to the radio station at KBYE. And that was my first opportunity to fall in love with radio. And I've been in love with it ever since. And I think, and if I recall correctly, I was told even at that time that I had a resounding voice. And so I guess it's been ever since I was a teenager.
Yes, sir. It's definitely unmistakable, unforgettable, and people, when they hear your voice, they know exactly who that is. That's the big man, Mr. Larry Nicholson. 34 minutes after the hour, we're on the new radio station, Smooth Inspirations. Man, so before we jump off into that, right now, you're currently on two stations right now. Let's talk about what you have going on. You're on digital radio as well as FM right now. You can catch you do your show on Sundays, correct? On FM radio?
Every Sunday morning from 7 a.m. until 9 a.m. I try to grace the city with Smooth Inspirations.
And of course, you're on The Gift HD, From God to You. You're in heavy rotation. You're on several times a day with your great show, Smooth Inspirations. But now we're moving into a new category. So now Smooth Inspirations is currently a show. Now it is a show and a 24-hour digital radio station serving the needs of the Oklahoma City community. Let's talk about that.
Oh, and I am so excited about that, my brother. You just don't know. That actually only gives me the opportunity to reach out and touch more people and try to bring others' faith to a higher plateau through my music, through whatever I might even say or do during any given time. But I just love the opportunity just to be able to reach out further, and that means more people can hear me.
Well, Larry, you spoke about earlier about the legendary Ben Tipton. Of course, he was recently showcased, highlighted on KOCO Channel 5 recently. His daughter spoke about his legendary status. Let's rewind the tape a little bit. Tell me about your experience and how Ben influenced you. He was an absolute giant in this game.
He was a very, very heavy influence in my life where radio is concerned. Like I said, he, for whatever reason, I don't even remember why we ended up going to the radio station. I don't even remember how I didn't even know who he was. Okay. When we got there, I didn't actually get on the air at that time. but they were on the air, him and another young lady, and they was just so smooth and what have you. And I just fell in love with it. And I did get the opportunity to go one other time and actually get on the air when I was younger. And that was the only time for a long time before I got back on the air. And I really kind of lost touch with Mr. Tippin because, he was such a giant. Like you said, he was everywhere.
That's right.
Always gone and always into something.
He was in Detroit and Chicago and moving around the country at a very rapid race, doing big things, TV, radio. He was an absolute media giant. And, so radio, it's a funny thing. Once it jumps on you, man, it's really, really hard to, it's hard to leave once it gets on you and immerse in your soul. It's hard to leave, man. It's all not all that you think about, but it's, you know what I'm saying, brother. This radio thing is some real love thing, man. It's a real passion, and it really gets inside of you. And once it gets you, it's hard to shake, man.
Once I was bitten by that love bug of radio, man, I tell you what, I've never been able to shake it. And to be real truthful, I don't want to shake it. I just love it just that much.
That's right.
I love it so much. I just do it for free.
That's right, man. I know. Right. That's
I just love doing it.
That's right. Sure. I mean, the gratification and the people enjoying your music and what you play and your vibe and how you're flowing and the fluidity of your show, man, it's just nothing like that. And once, it's hard to explain to people who are not radio people what this thing is like. Because for me, I grew up in radio with my father, doing this thing for a long time, radio and TV. And it's like you said, Larry, it's not about the shine for me. It's not about, accolades or somebody noticing me, man. This is real love, man. I mean, real love. And this is really part of my DNA now.
Yeah, you're right about that, man. I tell you what, actually, I never have really cared so much about whether people knew me or none of the accolades, as you say. Mm-hmm. Even though they come anyway.
That's right. That's right.
I'm more of a personal type person. I kind of have always stayed to myself, quiet and all that. Mm-hmm. But this is a business that don't allow you to do that. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And so, but like I said, even without all of that, man, I have to say it one more time. I love radio.
Well, speaking of radio, what can we expect from the new smooth spot on the radio, Smooth Inspirations?
Well, the smooth spot really just simply means that as I said previously, I want to be able to lift people's faith to a higher plateau through great gospel music. And from time to time, I even like to throw a little nice jazz selection in. But and I'd like to get some feedback to find out what the audience is like, because
sure.
I like pleasing the audiences. It's
Absolutely.
not about pleasing me, like I said to begin with.
That's right. That's right. Well, most people don't understand when they think about a DJ or a disc jockey or presenter, on-air personality, whatever you prefer to be called. They always think it's about us, and it's really not, because oftentimes, you play music that you like, and sometimes some of the music you don't like. But it's not about you. I have a job and a duty to perform for you. For you. It's about you and the greater community at large. So I can definitely dig that. 40 minutes after the hour, Carl King on Live with Mr. Larry Nicholson. We're welcoming in the new sweet spot on radio. Smooth Inspirations will be hitting the airwaves this week. Ain't no doubt about it. Scream and shout, run and tell your mama and them. Be on the lookout for great music, great host. So, of course, I know you're going to be on the air. I'm going to see if I can somehow, maybe, twist your arm and beg and see if I can somehow sneak a couple of my shows in there, maybe, on the station as well. And I know you got some other people. Go ahead.
I got got to have you, brother. I got to have you. Yes, sir.
Well, man, I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this brother here is my I want to be very clear. This is my brother. I've spent a lot of time with this brother, conversing, spending time with him physically in the last couple of years, and I feel like I've known him for all of my life. He's just a great brother, great presence in my life. I love and respect this brother so much, and man, I'm just glad to be on this journey with you, man, because we've been through a lot together, man. We've had a lot of deep conversations, man, and
we have.
We've been on quite a journey together, man. And of course, we're going to get back into it, and hopefully we can switch some of that energy, man, and getting back into serving our people and getting back out on this road, doing some parties, man. We talked about possibly doing some parties and some different things for some folks too, man. What can you foresee for us getting going here in the future, man? Getting the old folks out and getting some folks jumping, man, and involved in the community.
Okay, now. Now, first of all, let me go on and back up just a little bit, as you say, rewind. I wanted to make mention of the fact that how happy I am to be with you. Like you said, it seems like we've been knowing each other all along, and we only just met a couple of years ago.
Sure.
But I did know of that famous name of yours.
And of course, I know of you as well. Absolutely, that's right. That's that brother B. That's that brother. That's Barry White's cousin over there. On the air over there.
Yeah. Now I mentioned that Ben Tipton was an inspiration.
Absolutely.
I also got to give your dad accolades as well, because he was also an inspiration. Just to see men of color, make such accomplishments.
Sure,
and
man.
As far as some of the things that we have planned for the future, hopefully we can get some nice venues around here and have some nice shows. I'd like to see us do plays or also concerts.
Sure.
For young and old.
Absolutely.
And bring some real entertainment to Oklahoma City.
I concur, good sir, man. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and of course, a lot of great music. Going to have a mix on there. It's going to be some gospel music, some jazz music, some old school, and going to have quite a variety of music on Smooth Inspirations, the sweet spot on your radio, man. I love it, and of course, man, you've been doing great things, making this come to fruition, man. And of course, we're excited about the new addition to the Oklahoma City airwaves. Looking forward to you. I'm going to be joining you. And of course, I assume old Cooper's going to be squeezing in there somewhere too, I imagine, as well.
Well, you say old Cooper. Now, I know that he is known in Oklahoma City as Reverend Radio.
That's right.
So we will have...
That's right. Oh, Reverend Radio. Reverend Radio. That's right, man.
Now we're gonna put him to work now, really and truly. Now I know he's sitting back and just relaxing right now, but he's got some work ahead of him.
I know he does, man. Well, brother, it's always a pleasure to connect with you, man. And of course, we appreciate this time just to have some conversation with you and share with the people, man, the things to come and some of the things we have in store for the greater community, for Oklahoma City specifically, man. It's going to be the smooth spot, the sweet spot on your radio. Man, none other than Smooth Inspirations. Brother Larry Nicholson in the building.
Hey, man, thank you. Thank you so much for having me, man, and I look forward to some great things on the gift. And also,
absolutely.
On Smooth.
Absolutely, man. You are, man. The people of Oklahoma City have responded really, really well to your shows. Great gospel music, man. Of course, an unmistakable presence on the air, and of course, they'll just be looking for more of these great things, great conversation, more of your voice, your vision going forward, man, on the new radio station that is Smooth Inspirations.
Thank you so much, Carl.
Yes, sir. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, 46 minutes after the hour, Kaleidoscope Radio Network and the sweet spot on your radio, Smooth Inspirations. Keep it locked in. More great music on the way.